Well, we've seen the men's #1 seed play absolutely sublimely on court 1 earlier on today. What about the women's #1 seed? Wang Shixian, the world #1, up against Porntip, Buranaprasertsuk of Thailand, the #10 seed here. The world #11, the teenager, for this last 16 in the Women's Singles World Championship here in London. They've met 3 times, and it's Wang who's won all 3, all in straight games. They've met twice this year in the semi-finals of the Korean Super Series and at the All England. Here is Wang Shixian, the #1 in the world. But some suggest, Morton, not necessarily the #1's women player in China.
No, that's true. They have, I think, 4. I think the top 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you know, any one of those 4 can win on the day. So you're right. It's, even though she's top seed, she could be #4 on the day.
Well, she won her first 2 titles of the year, the Malaysian Super Series final. Also won the All England, but since then her form has been a little patchy. You can see those 5 defeats next to those 25 wins. Lost in the second round of the Asian Badminton Championship. Juliana Schenker, we saw, of Germany, beat her in the Sudirman Cup. Tina Baum, who beat her in the Singapore Open in the semis, and she also lost in the second round of the Indonesian Open to Cheng Xiaoxie. So the crown is close to slipping, and the pressure is on.
Yep.
And here's her opponent, who's becoming a bit of a star back home, Porntip. Only 19 years of age, and she's become the first Thai to have won a singles title in a Super Series event. She won in India in May. Straight set, she beat Bae Young-ju, who's been knocked out actually in the early stages of this World Championship as well. Again, maybe not kicked on from that victory as she would have liked, but that's pretty good for a 19-year-old.
Yeah, Thailand has got some really good lady singles players lately, and they're all very young. And they also have the world junior champion that's won it twice now. Well,
she beat her in one of those finals.
Exactly,
yes. Knocked in.
Yeah.
And she was the one that was expected to go on and win a Super Series event first, but Porntip's beaten her to it.
Yep. But that just shows that, you know, Thailand is really, really doing well in lady singles.
So Udo Sene is once again in the umpire's chair. And it's Laurens Bester of South Africa who is our service judge. Well, she's going to do some, have to do some to match the efforts of Lee Chong-wei earlier, the #1's men's seed.
Totally disposed of his opponent. It was almost too easy and too simple.
Get the feeling this one might be a bit closer.
Oh, it will be. It definitely will be. There's a lot of fighting spirits in Porntip here. She will give a good match here.
Yeah, she's a very diligent player. Got a lot of powerful shots. Maybe not as skillful as, you know, Ratchanok, who we were talking about just now, but
no, but she's a good runner.
She's got plenty of power.
Yes, she's a very good runner.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Shixian, China, and on my left, Porntip, Buranaprasertsuk, Thailand. Wang Shixian to serve, the wall, play.
Just out from Porntip.
One love.
Cool.
And then he just.
Love.
Yeah, that was a good shot. I can understand she's happy with that one. Really nice slice shot. Those are just touching the net. Good play of Porntip. She really got that drop shot very, very early, setting up a good smash chance and opportunity, but she missed it here. But that was really well played.
Oh, it's by fine margins. That's 2 shots now, or you know, it could be level pegging. As it is, she's 4 love down.
Yeah. It could have been a good winner there.
I think given the scoreline, maybe she needs to just be a little more conservative in these exchanges coming up now.
Yeah, she has to work her way into the match. Surely she's a little bit nervous playing world #1 and all that, so you know she needs time to settle in, and I think when she does, we will have what I call a decent match.
She beat Liz Can on Tuesday, 21-12, 21-19. Well, there was us saying, well, should be a lot closer than the Lee Chong-wei Sung game.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see.
I know, long way to go.
Yeah.
There you go, off the mark.
1-7.
I think she's already demonstrated she's got a very nice touch at the nets, and I'm sure that's something we're going to see some more. That's nice. Very, very good angle on that shot.
8-1.
Reaching it early.
Well, she is looking good. She's enjoying the way she's playing as well.
9-1.
The last time I got to see her play was at the Sudirman Cup, and she looked a very different player. She was nervous there. She
was.
Looked out of sorts, and here she looks to be strutting her stuff and timing everything really well.
But somehow there's a massive difference when you play for your team and you play for yourself. When you play for the team, there's a tendency that you really get a little bit more nervous.
And also, I think part of the problem there, the Sudirman Cup, which is the World Team Championship, is that she knew if she didn't play well, that one of the other 3 players in the top 4 would just take her place.
Exactly.
Which did happen.
Yeah, I think they used all 3 lady singles players.
Yeah, she played twice in it. But, did get 1 win as well as that 1 defeat to Juliana Schenk.
Yes.
Yeah, just
It's a bad start for Porntip. I think I know she can play a lot better than this.
Well, the fact that she won that Super Series event, she reached the final in Australia, semi-final in the Korean Open. Wang Shixian, really not much needed to say to her, but I think quite a lot needs to be said here to Porntip.
Code 1, 20 seconds. Code 1, 20 seconds.
Pretty animated, wasn't he?
Yeah, the body language is telling a lot. Obviously, we haven't got a clue what he's talking about, but
something like, come on, back your ideas up.
Come on, pull the socks up. Let's do something here. You can do better than this.
And it's similar as well to going back to Shixian Park in that the fact that, you know, Park had lost 10 in a row coming into this game. You know, Porntip here has lost 3 in a row. Twice this year she's lost to Wang Shixian. So psychologically, especially when she starts trailing so heavily early on, psychologically difficult to pick herself up.
Yes, I think so. But on the other hand, Porntip is so young that she shouldn't even be thinking about that. She shouldn't be thinking that next time I play her, I will be better. I will do better. And eventually I will beat her. Not saying, oh, it's just going to be business as usual and then, you know, throw in the towel. When you're 19 years old, you got to go out there and you got to take the world. She's adding good pressure.
One playing like a world #1, isn't she?
Yes.
14.
She is. Playing some really good badminton. That's a nice clear. This one is very well disguised.
That was the easy bit.
Yes.
And I like that. I mean, you know, it's only to make it 15-2. I mean, if it really was 14-3, it'd be no problems. But she, you know,
she's happy.
She's enjoying her game,
yes.
Isn't she?
She's all charged up. That's for sure.
Of having to step out and court and reach the shuttle at 2:16 down. Tough times for Porntip.
Yeah.
Fresh games can allow you to build again, but you feel like she needs to pick up at least 6 or 7 points before the next game to really give herself psychologically something to get hold of here. Yeah. It's difficult when your opponent's playing so well that you feel like you have to play everything to such tight angles.
That's the pressure. You have to play so sharp to stay in the game, and obviously she's overdoing it a little bit and making far too many mistakes. Oh, I think the umpire warned the coach about talking while play is in progress. That's in.
Service 4-17.
That's not though.
5-17.
That's good. So there's a little mini run for her. To give her some encouragement, not that Wang is in agreement here that was in.
It's tough to say.
I think it was.
Service 18-6. Service 7-18. Service 19-7.
It was just a matter of time before Shixian took this opening first game.
And the whole aim for Porntip must be still to try to get 3 or 4 extra points here and work her way into the game and get ready for the second set. But it doesn't look like it.
Game
She's missing those lines. 13 game points then for the world number 1. It has been a very comprehensive display from Wang Shixian. 21-7. And well, what we've seen from the number 1 seeds in the men's and women's singles so far has been pretty impressive.
You can see that Wang doesn't feel under pressure at all. She really plays her shots. She plays them like she hasn't got a care in the world, and you know everything will be well and good. So you know she's really difficult to play against today. I think she's having what you can say a very good day.
And of course has been helped, of course, by Porntip's inability to get to the heights that she's obviously reached at points in 2011.
Now it's really important for Porntip to get a good start in the third set. Sorry, in the second set here.
Second game.
She has beaten one of the big Chinese players. In April, she beat last year's world champion, Wang Lin, in the semi-finals of the Australian Open. So she knows she can do it, and she knows she can play a lot better than she has so far.
Yeah, it's important for her self-confidence now to really pick up the game, get some points here from the beginning. It's crucial.
Some better touches, at least at the start of this.
But I must say that Wang is really playing well. The way she was playing that shot following in, she really played it well.
Yeah, I'd say that was better from Porntip, but you know, sometimes it's just going to keep coming back at you.
Absolutely. It's like nothing can go wrong.
Serve 2-1.
That shot here is excellent again. Hitting the tape, hitting the line. Can't ask for more. That's more like it. Porntip, more pressure.
No, she's playing a lot better in this second game.
Service over, 2-all.
I mean, she's in rallies, you know, as opposed to trying to keep playing a killer shot every time she has a go.
Not making the mistakes.
Just got to keep playing as she is right now, Porntip, and she must make a bit of a match of this second set.
They're having really, really long breaks between the points now. I think the umpire really have to look at it. It takes forever.
Is there a set time?
There's not a set time, but it has to be continuous play.
4-3.
And I think they're really taking their time, both of them.
They're doing little walkabouts around the court, aren't they? And yeah, looking at the racket here at the moment is Porntip. points in a row, and Wang Shixian is again getting on top.
I think Porntip's running skills are really being tested here. She's pushed to all corners in a very high pace, and she simply just cannot follow. And she can run and run and run, but if she hasn't got the pace, she will always be late and then be under pressure and make the mistakes.
7-3.
The way Wang's celebrated 1 or 2 points when she's 4 clear, 10 clear. Interesting to see what she does later on in the tournament when it gets closer and she's going for medals.
But I think in a way she's the times that every time I've seen her, that's how she is, and she's a very spirited player.
4-7.
Yeah, you've got to be your own personality out on court, haven't you, Morten? You can't try and be...
You can't be someone you're not. You really have to be true to yourself.
Did you hear about various players? Oh, you wish they were a little more animated, or...
Exactly.
You know, they'd be a little less this or that, grumpy, or...
Yeah, whatever. You are the one you are, and obviously you do have to deal with it and do the best you can.
How would you describe the way Morten Frost was on court?
He was a quiet man, eventually. Very quiet. But when I was younger, I had quite a temper.
So the moody?
Moody's not. I was really having temper.
And how did you cut that out then?
I had to. I simply had to, because every time I was losing my temper, I was losing the matches. I couldn't do it like John McEnroe. They played better and better the more angry he got. I got so frustrated, I lost my matches, so I had to learn to put a lid on it. And when I was about 19, 20 years old, I said, okay, this is it. And I kept it ever since. Even though I was boiling inside on many, many occasions.
I suppose you call that maturity.
Yeah, or, you know, I just want to win.
Better to be winning than angry.
Yes.
Well, any little sign we had of a comeback, it looks to have been extinguished now, because 8 of the last 9 points have gone Wang Shixian's way.
Well, she will be growing in confidence for every minute this game goes on, and she will add on even more pressure. And as I say, she will play like there's no care in the world. And when you play like that, obviously you play, you know, everything just comes so easy.
11-4 interval.
Every point a little triumph for her.
บุกเขาอ่ะเราไม่บุกไม่บีบเขาก็แตกเราตายก็คล่องกว่าเราอ่ะนะแล้วเข้าหน้าคือขยับบ้างกระตุกแทงบ้างแล้วเข้าไปหยอดช้าๆไม่ได้นะแทงแล้วดักตกจ้ะ
Well, her nickname's Peace. She wasn't getting too much of it from her coach there. I like the way the Thai players are all giving little nicknames.
Yeah, they have their own ways.
Boonsak yesterday, Superman, I think it's his, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, apparently. But it's not just in badminton, it's in all sports.
Okay.
Service over, 5-11.
I'm not sure how they exactly get their nicknames.
Sure, something stupid things is happening, and then that's where it comes from. That's great pressure on that clear
6-11.
to the backhand side, and it's forcing an error. That clear that's coming now, that's really well played, forcing this error. Good play by Porntip.
Service for card. Service over.
Not what she needed.
No, that's a rough one.
Now it's Vesta calling the fault. Just out from Wang.
Service over, 7-12.
A bit of a meteoric rise it's been really for Wang, a relative unknown, just over 2 years ago, and obviously all the way to world #1. Won gold at the Asian Games as well.
8-13.
That's a good play again here. Really good smash, well disguised again. But I think the quality of the game here is obviously much better than the first set, but still, to create the excitement, we need a lot more points from Porntip.
Yeah, I don't think the tension's coming, Morton, to be honest.
No, neither do I. I must say, should this be the result of the match, I'm slightly disappointed in Porntip. I thought she would have been having a better chance. You know, we would have had a good game, lots of fights, but she's not really been able to follow pace at all.
No, she'll be. I think she'll be a little upset. Yeah. Come the end, I think she's a little upset right now, but when she reflects as well.
She's got to go home and study the match and take something positively from it, and go home and work on it.
I mean, that's the kind of error she shouldn't really be making. I understand when she's beaten by some really good play from her opponent, but those are the silly little mistakes that just made it too easy for Wang.
Yeah, She's never really been under pressure mentally either, so where she's being more careful, playing not so sharp shots and so on. So obviously she's growing in confidence every minute.
That was the kind of sort of sort of shot we're expecting to see more of.
Yes. Getting well underneath this one, could smash down the line.
Hardly seen that at all, have we?
No.
Service 17-9.
Just out from Porntip, and well, that went out. The #1 seeds in the men's double, Kai and Fu, for the second match in a row, have gone to 3 sets.
I can guarantee you this will not go to 3 sets.
They're playing the Japanese pair, by the way, of Kawame and Sato.
Yeah, they do really well. It's a fantastic game on the other court.
Certainly hasn't been the case that the #1 singles players have been tested today, even if the doubles in the men's are.
Match point 9.
Because it's match points already for Wang. Even though they've been playing pretty slowly, it's only just over half an hour into the game. Nearly came back in.
Yeah.
Service 10-20.
Still 10 more match points.
Good lift.
That's out, and that's the match. Well, it was hardly a match that was in doubt with its destiny, was it? Wang Shixian always looked in control from the moment she won the first 7 points in the match.
Yep. Totally agree with you. Impressive performance.
Yeah, she has matched Lee Chong-wei, the #1 seed in the men's singles, in the way that she's outgunned her opponent here in the last 16. There'll be tougher matches ahead if she is to win the gold medal this week, as she did in the Asian Games. The world #1 will be very satisfied with her performance here. Not so, though, Porntip Buranaprasertsuk, who didn't perform on the day, but the 19-year-old still got plenty of world championships ahead of her. So, in the quarter-final, it will be Cheng Xiaoqie of Chinese Taipei, who Wang will meet next, the #7 seed, after she came through against the teenage Spaniard. Pretty close game, 21-18, 21-17. Marine, who's performed well this week. But for Wang Shixian, job done pretty effectively too, into the last 8.